This the TempahZone podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're listening to this podcast right here. This is episode 48 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts, a.k.a. Mr. Versatile, a.k.a. Young Stephen A. We back, ladies and gentlemen, with another one. Yep, that's just how we do around here, man.
That,
Yeah. It's just become the staple now, you know what I mean?
Word.
You gotta start off the podcast that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest right here brings that energy. He goes hard, man, and I just love seeing rappers like this in the city, man, straight out of Boston, you know what I'm saying? Make some noise. Even if you're by yourself, make some noise for my man, Ace the Truth, yo.
Yeah.
What's good, man? How you doing, bro?
Cool and blessed, man. You know, what's today? Wednesday?
Today is a Tuesday.
Tuesday, wow.
Yeah, I thought it was a Wednesday today too, man.
Obviously, I don't like reading in front of me, but yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's crazy. I was saying to my man yesterday, the years is flying, bro. I don't know if because I'm in the 30 club and life gets faster, but I just feel like nowadays, this millennial era, the days go by really fast and the weeks go faster.
Yeah,
you know
man. No, I feel that. I feel that, bro.
It's different versus when you knew your days or weeks and everything like that. Back in the day, the days and life was very slow. We blame technology.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Nah, technology definitely has a lot to do with it because we see everything that's going on in the world.
Exactly.
It's all happening like this.
Yeah.
You don't even ask for it, just happening, you know? So I think that's one reason why it feels that way, man. But there's a lot of stuff that's went down this year if you think about it, man.
Yeah. A lot.
There's a lot of things going on. I can't really shoot it off the top of my head like that, but
see, the thing about, I guess when repetition kicks in, like there's so many things that's happened throughout the years in this year that are no different from the years before. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you put on some Pac right now. Same thing he rapping about right now. You're like, dog, like 20 years later, and it sound like you just did this song last month
for real.
talking about the same stuff, you know? So, I don't know, man. You know, you just got to catch on. You got to, like, balance your life not only with your own things that you have personally, but with life itself, because you could lose yourself, you know what I'm saying? You could lose yourself in the internet, in the web, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week. It's just, I don't know, life just seems more overwhelming nowadays. You read so many things about it, but I don't know, man. Maybe it's what we're creating and thinking about, or really this is happening now, we're speaking it into existence, you know? So
you gotta find a way to contain it. I think that's the way it is, because we have all this access to everything we want to know about, and it can be to your benefit or it could be to your detriment. Like, it just depends on how you use it, man. And I think some people need to monitor it as best as possible. Like, your phone will tell you how long you've been looking at your phone.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's
like a
tough.
new thing it does now. I'm like,
when
I see it, I'm like, oh shit.
Break your heart.
Yeah, it
Break
makes
your
me
heart.
feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'll be looking at my phone way too long,
exactly.
man.
I know, right? You look at the human beings next to you. You look at your phone. You're like, damn, I don't spend no quality time with y'all.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's tough.
It's bad, you know. But yeah, it's a deep topic, man. I want to ask you though, man. When did you start making music? Like, just like this overall, like not even professional, just
music.
Yeah.
It's tough because music at the time when I was rapping was like bars, right? So like it's different. Like the music now comes, the beat plays a big factor versus the bars. Back then, but I'll say like freestyling, because I'm from that era where like you rapped, you really wasn't nobody was trying to hear you spit a 16. They was trying to hear you spit what we were seeing right now. Like, for instance, like you be like, he drinking on a ginger ale.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go to work.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Versus now,
I feel you.
I'm dripped out, pull up in the Lambo.
And it's probably written.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't have the Lambo.
Yeah.
And you're not dripping that day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
man. It's crazy with how different rap is
you know
today than it is like, you know, back in the day, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally like. I love both eras, but I mean, obviously, I love the era I'm growing up in.
Golden
you know
era.
what I mean?
The golden era.
Yeah, well, the 90s. No, you know, it definitely deserves the title, man. It definitely was the golden era, just the way you look at it. I mean, because it made rap what it is today. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it made rap was today, because I feel like we had
popularity-wise.
I feel like we had, popularity-wise, but I feel like subconsciously we've dropped. We've undeveloped. You know what I'm saying? Because back then we was listening to songs that just had a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like it just had a good vibe. It was healthy. It was like, okay, my parents might not like rap, but like I was watching the Drink Champs with the Fugees. Praz was on there with Nas. I mean with Nori, and he's like, you guys brought hip hop of a cleaning sound type. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents might not listen to Biggie, Tupac, and that, but the Fugees came on,
they can
that
listen
was
to that.
hip hop.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Facts,
if Heavy D came on, that was hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that development, that tone of music has died.
I feel,
You know
I can see where you're coming from with that, man.
It's definitely like, and it sucks because I feel like that was why it's golden, is because at that time, us as black individuals, MCs, females, entrepreneurs, we was putting out knowledge, right? And now we're more like, oh, the industry is super lit, but we're doing the opposite. We're dropping less knowledge. We're listening less to our pioneers. And so it's just funny how things kind of flip and people look at what they think is good and what's really gone bad. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, this is the best era. Like, so I didn't mean to cut you off by saying it's not that, but when you say this is, that's that golden era that's got us to here, it's like, that's not where we wanted to end up though. I believe so. It would be nice to have those components, but not for it to overshadow through the years and history of just putting out pure good music and struggle and stuff like that. Even like even when you go to live concerts now, like the biggest consumers of that era are white people. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. Yeah.
They love to hear your struggle.
Yeah.
They want to hear how you came up. They don't want to hear that you got millions of dollars right now. That's not part of the game. The game is from the lows to the highs. And a lot of people come high, not hitting a higher level, just treating it like they about to go, out of this atmosphere and stratosphere.
I feel that,
and
man.
So those are the things I really think about when it comes to hip hop. Those are the things I grew up off on that golden era where I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you, man. So what do you think about like an artist like a Kendrick Lamar or a J. Cole?
Love them. See, it's funny how a lot of people put those names together because they know those are the only names that really stick out from that era when you're talking to certain hip-hop fans about hip-hop. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Chance the Rapper with J. Cole and Kendrick, no. Because I don't get the same type of feeling. Just period. You know what I'm saying?
I got you,
He's a good musician. I think Chance the Rapper is a good musician. He knows how to make music. He knows how to understand that this right here is going to make this like a composer.
He knows what his fans want.
He's a composer, exactly.
I feel that.
J. Cole, Kendrick, they go in there.
Kendrick's that's my like top 3 personal favorite rappers. Man.
Oh yeah,
he's a big Kendrick fan.
He's a Gatling gun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's a Gatling gun.
Seriously, man.
And you got J. Cole. He's like an AR. He's like AR. He hit. He might not hit as fast as Kendrick, but he hit. And,
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I like those two.
What about like newer rappers from like the last like 2 years? Like a guy like J.I.D. There's YB and Cordae.
I haven't bumped J.I.D. enough. The one that J. Cole signed, right? Yeah. I hear his beats here and there, and I hear his vibes. Sometimes I still can't identify that as him, though. I don't know. I haven't consumed his music enough where I could say that's J.I.D.
Yeah, there
you know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that. I feel that.
Who else did you ask?
YB and Cordae. He's another one.
I just
the old
got
heads
put
are
on
looking
him.
at him
yeah,
like,
he's a
keep an eye. Yeah.
I could guarantee you any radio show he go to, he's gonna be talking about the artists that we know. Not personally, but the artists that we grew up with in the hip hop music industry.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
that's golden era. That's a golden era. He's a golden child. He's a golden child in this era for this time because there's not many that think like that. But the reason why it was harder for us back then, like it's easier to be an artist now, but harder to be an MC. Right, and it was easier to be an MC, but it was harder to be an artist. Right, back then, you couldn't make those songs as an artist. You couldn't have those features. You was an MC. An MC was somebody who was rocking the mic. That's what an MC is. Now artists don't know how to rock the mic like an MC.
Yeah.
So when you're saying, "Yo, where are my rappers at?" You doing a show? Yo, show me where my rappers at. You talking about dudes that can rhyme on the spot? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bring me back to that era of like Smack DVD,
Yeah.
Cocaine City, and
Smack.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people don't know French Montana, before he was Frenchie, he was doing Cocaine City DVDs, okay?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta know y'all history so y'all know where a lot of the support come from. It comes from from that ground, that bottom ground, while all y'all new consumers is like, oh my God, I love this dude. We 10 toes down like, I remember this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
And
just already knew.
exactly, you know. Same thing with you now. People gonna be like, yo, I remember you when you was rapping. Then a couple years from now, people gonna be like, yo, I remember when you was doing radio. Like, the radio might overshadow your talent for the moments of music, you know what I'm saying? But you already made that agreement with yourself. You already knew that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like,
I was about to say, like, yeah, regardless of what, if this pops off over my
exactly.
music, I don't give a damn, man. Like, I knew what I signed up for with doing this. Like, it is what it is. Like,
Exactly.
I'm just happy if whatever pops off.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to ask you about your rap name, Ace the Truth, man. How'd you come up with that name?
You know, in Spanish is Hace la verdad, which is like Ace or Truth. Ace, it's funny. You know, Ace was a very common name. You can go from when I was watching Top Gun with my brother, you know what I'm saying? That's my Ace, Maverick, shooters, bam, bam. We on planes. Then you got just Master Ace right now. A lot of people are not familiar with Master Ace.
Yeah, a lot of people are, man. That's
so
definitely
my brother put me on
I haven't heard that
Master
name in
Ace.
a while,
yes,
man.
Yes. So Master Ace, he was, man, the way that dude flows, he just rides the beat properly. Clarity is just ridiculous. Like, his bars is clear.
Yeah, you
and
understand
very
every word.
unaggressive, but very stern. And I was like, shit, man, there's a dude named Master Ace?
Yeah.
I was like, the only way. And so I didn't know I was gonna be Ace the Truth at that time. I was still young. I was still Ace. Everybody just like, yo, Ace. And everybody like, yo, Ace the Truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My bad. And so I started meeting a lot of aces, bro.
Yeah.
In my era, 12, 13, being in the streets, oh yeah, I'm Ace. Dude named Eric.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
how'd
right.
you name Ace? My name is Austin Castro.
Yeah, like
the E might be irrelevant to everything, but at least the initials is there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
makes that actually
like
makes
you got a
sense,
dude named, you know what I'm saying, Bones, right? He probably, you know, his name probably start with a B.
Yeah,
or,
probably
or,
starts
you know
with a
what
B
I'm
or
saying?
rhymes with Bones or something. Yeah,
Flacco,
I mean,
you know, things got to match with shit.
Yeah.
You know? People were just saying their names or whatever. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cause controversy because I knew that at the time, hip-hop was the best rapper alive, what Lil Wayne would say, or like if you're from a local city, they'll say, I'm the king of this city, right? So
That's
I
so
understood
true, man.
those two things.
Yeah.
I was like, that component causes a lot of controversy. But if you're confident, it's not going to be too much you're dealing with. So
Yeah.
I was like, Ace the Truth. So you know how many aces I meet that are artists?
There's a lot of them, man.
A lot. And they're not named the Truth.
No.
They're named Ace this, Ace that.
Ace Hood.
So yeah, you know what I'm
That
saying?
sounds-
So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
when it comes to that, it comes to this superior, inferior
Yeah.
kind of aura. Like, I'm the Truth, bro. I
Yeah.
just happen to be Ace. And your name is Ace? Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But now I got love for all the aces in the world, bro. It's
Yeah.
universal ace love out here.
There's
You know
definitely
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying?
aces out there, man.
Yeah.
You were talking about how artists say like they're the king of their city or they're the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
What do you think of an artist who hasn't accomplished anything who says they're the greatest rapper of all time? Because I see it too much, man.
Jacquees.
Yeah, he says
Oh,
he's the king of
yeah,
R&B.
yeah.
What is up with that? Why is it in hip hop that there's that
unrealistic
confidence?
egos. At
Yeah.
first we was
Why, man?
At first it was an ego thing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can't collab because egos, or this is going on because of gang violence and all this. Now it's become divas.
Yeah, man.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
just divas.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of people who are uptight, prissy, act like they live a certain way and they don't. But they
Yeah.
want these requests. And it's just
And they want people to keep it real with them about their
Exactly,
music. And then once
exactly.
somebody come around and say that shit's not your best,
yeah, exactly.
they lose their mind.
But it also lets you know how many people are yes men. Like if I tell
That's
you
a whole-
that
that's
I'm the
another
illest
story.
dude around, and you say yeah, you know, and I ain't giving you enough cold hard facts. I just made you by just my aura. That's what a lot of people are good at too. They're good at self marketing.
That's all.
They're
yeah,
good on self.
true
They're good
that,
at
yeah.
self marketing their confidence. Like they might not be a confident person, but they make people believe that they are.
Yeah.
You know, we all go through our stuff. Like I like a lot of people that I met. They'll be like, "Oh, how you so confident with it?" Dog, listen, I wasn't born this way.
Hell no.
You know how many girls shut me down? You know how many job shut me down. You know how many interviews I had that I didn't make it
took a
because
lot.
I wasn't confident enough. Just a basic job to support my own needs of buying clothes or whatever. This is before I was a father. This is like just me. So you got to develop yourself in the world on top of the music. That's how I know a lot of these artists, they never connected with the world, so they just jump into the music and they become this person, not knowing that
They don't even know themselves.
they don't
first.
know themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know. And and what makes it worse is when you indulge in heavy drugs at that. So now, if I know that I'm on this all the time, I have to be activated on this all the time. I got to be this person because I can't let y'all know who I am when I'm sober.
Yeah.
And that's how I see an interview with Lil Pump when J. Cole interviewed Lil Pump, and I was like, ooh, I said, fraud. You know what I'm saying? Fraud. Like, he might be Colombian, but I don't think he's really that Colombian dude that say they try to portray him to be Colombian. I look at Lil Pump as just a young, free living spiritual kid, and and now he's gravitated to what knows. People know that I don't want to say negative attracts attention, but opposite. Right, you're not that, so you're gonna do the opposite.
Yes, yeah, and people see it and they're like, "Damn, I am so not like that. Like, I just want to see what it's like to be that." Yeah. They just can't help but not look, look at it. You know what I mean? So I understand that, man. But like, back to the point where just like, the artist and like, because you went deep on it, like breaking it all down. But I just truly think there's other ways for artists to show that they're confident without sounding too cocky. The fact your name Ace the Truth, that's perfect. Like, that's not, you're not pushing it, but it's confident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just feel like there's too many artists out here who don't take enough time to explain why you should listen to their music. Why they think they're so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't have to just hop into, I'm the best ever, bro. No one does it like me. Like, you can find another way.
You don't have to be humble. You could be modest.
Like, you can find another way to sell your shit without sounding arrogant. Because I don't think that gets you far, man.
But it's been getting a lot of people far. I'd be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, also, like, I got the truth because Paul Pierce was my favorite basketball player at the time. I don't think I'm not gonna lie to y'all and sit here and be like he's the best player ever, but he was my favorite player as a Celtics.
He meant a lot to the Celtics.
You know what I'm saying? Shaq calling him the truth and all that. Like, a lot of things I got come with history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro. But yeah, like you were saying, you could do more, but. We haven't this hip hop where hip hop is at, and this is where I was trying to tell you, like it's evolved. This is not where we wanted it to be at. We wanted people to be more confident in speaking what you believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
With those era of the golden hip hop, we created spoken word, we created poetry, we created a new form of jazz and classical music off purity. Words, you know what I'm saying? Off beautiful struggle, off being hurt but loving strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we do not have that anymore because where hip hop is at. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's always fascinates me that when you go to the hip hop artists that have the old music, it's mainly white people that go to those events. And then when you go to the new life, the I'm rich, you got all the minorities and black people there, and the ones that are there. They ain't rich. And the ones that are now rich, that's clicking with them when they was broke, they all forms of type of people. Yeah. So it just, I think about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
I've never looked at it that way.
it's like a introvert, extrovert type of wave going on here. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But you learn when you go to other cities how the mentality of our own city is damaged by however the city is systematically growing. You know what I'm saying? Boston is a city of segregation, but probably the most diverse city you ever know. But you don't know that because of the segregation. There's people that live in Dorchester, Roxbury that they live in the heart now. You know what I'm saying? They live in the trenches. Those are the ones that can tell you. Like, you got to start interviewing the ones that live in the trenches now, not the ones that live in Seaport Hotel, because they don't know anything.
No, they don't know. They don't know nothing about the history
out
of Boston.
They're out of touch. But the ones that moved into a neighborhood and now they're seeing, they're like, wow. Like, I'm going to a corner store. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to Trader Joe's. I'm going to a corner store
Whole Foods,
that got stuff that usually I don't look at or buy, but I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing when you put other people in different demographics into another neighborhood. You know, they go to different food marts and stuff like that. You start eating, start buying, start thinking different. You know, and those are the ones that you know people should be looking and saying like those are the ones that see what's going on out here.
Yeah, man. I don't think Boston's definitely come a long way, man, because. It's sad because I've been to Montreal and I've told like other black people like, yo, man, I'm from Boston. They're like, yo, I heard Boston's mad racist. I'm like, dog,
it's true.
Like,
you heard right.
It's like, yeah, but like I hate to say that because I'm from Boston and like I've had my racist experience in Boston, but like this is America, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at the end of the day, like in America, you can find the racism, and I find it weird when people just like, oh, like that's the first thing they think of when they think of Boston. It's damn, at least think of the Patriots first, dog. You know what I mean?
You know why? But I feel what you're saying, but you really
it just hurts because we from here, you know.
Yeah,
But I know where they're coming from. I ain't saying they ain't wrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta because a lot of people. When you're not from somewhere, you study it more than when you're there. Like, people who are not from Boston know about Boston more than us. So when you travel outside and you learn from other people why they have these theories and these things, then you start to put in perspective. My biggest example of Boston are the two, and because of sports. If you're a sports fan, then racism should show you. I could show you where the racism's at. Okay, Boston, the Red Sox were the last and Major League Baseball team to add black people to their team. Okay?
I didn't know that.
So there's 28 teams in the Major League, and you mean to tell me basically y'all were the last ones? Y'all was like, just get some niggas on the team, okay? Yeah. So you got Ted Williams. You got Ted Williams Hotel. I mean, Bridge, and you got Ted Williams statue. Ted Williams ain't never won nothing. Okay? Nothing. David Ortiz. Pedro Martinez. David Ortiz got a little street. Have you been on the street?
I have, yeah.
It's like you'll be off the street in 1 minute, okay? Pedro Martinez, you know what I'm saying? Man, a lot of people forget when Manny Ramirez played for the Red Sox, they were treating him like he was a thug. And it was funny how they were like, oh, he's playing too much hip hop and he's making Boston seem this way. You know who they were playing at that time? Do you know what music he was playing at the time? Drake. That's what I'd be blown away. I'm like, that was gangster to y'all?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, let's get moving. Let's go to the Boston Celtics. We got 11-time championship. Bill Russell. Why is Bill Russell's statue at City Hall? Why is it not in TD Garden? Why is it not in front of TD Garden? I mean, goddamn, y'all just renovated the whole place.
Dude.
And there is no Bill Russell, but you got Bobby Orr, the hockey player. You got Red Auerbach right there. You got Larry Bird right there. I mean, you got to stop with the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And these are things that I say,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The history of Boston is not good.
It's not good, but it exposes the truth.
Yeah,
it exposes the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to know about St. Patty's Day? And come on, let's get real. St. Patty's Day was when the Irish people went and started locking up black people. They put out flyers like, yo, y'all better, if we see you out here, we gonna lock you up.
Yeah.
Okay? So a lot of people have to understand this shit is not a game, bro.
Yeah.
It's really a lot of pain in this city that a lot of people don't know that we have to indulge with. 1980s in South Boston, they were throwing rocks at kids that went to South Boston. This is 1980s. We're in 2020, bro. That's less than 50 years ago. I'm 32.
Yeah, man.
Do the math. The history of our racism here is so recent that it's not something that we should look past. We have to really look into, and I'm just talking sports.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about the politics and the gentrification and the economy and the public school system,
but in the sports shows the true colors of the city.
And nobody wants to see the true colors.
And then, one thing I'll definitely mention that you definitely said, if y'all ain't seen the Celtics-Lakers rivalry documentary that's on 30 for 30, that's where I learned a lot about like how much sports and racism was interjected with that.
Yeah, with that era.
Yeah, with that era.
Yeah.
Like one thing that blew my mind was like Bill Russell when they hung up his jersey. No, he wanted no one in attendance.
He didn't
want anyone in attendance.
No, he didn't want that. Because he knew what was going on. But a lot of people are just like so oblivious to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you're from Boston, you know, one of the biggest things we could do is show people the truth.
Yeah.
Like, the town ain't the truth. The town is about white dudes robbing banks from Charlestown. When you got Departed. You got, you know what I'm saying? It even tells you don't talk. Jack Nicholson even tells you in the movie.
Yeah.
With Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, there's parts where they tell you they don't even talk to black people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like Ted, the movie Ted has one black dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's disturbing. This is very disturbing because in all reality, that's not the truth. If you really want to put out what Boston truth is, that's not the truth. At this point now, there has been a melting pot in the city of Boston where there's enough that's integrated. You know what I'm saying? And we need to publicize that. But they would never do that.
Yeah.
Never. Because they don't want people to think there is a large population of minorities here. They want you to be like, nah, don't worry. When you come visit TD Garden, Fenway, you're all good. Matter of fact, some of the neighborhoods, come check out this neighborhood right here, but this neighborhood already got gentrified. So when they're promoting it like it was like, Mission Hill.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? South End. You know what I'm saying? South Bay. Like, stop. It's gone. It's flooding like a cancer, bro.
Yeah.
That is good, but it's got a lot of bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't say Seaport's gentrified. I'm just saying it's like.
Oh yeah.
It's just like the area they tell you like, yo, Seaport's a nice
Seaport.
area. You know,
but a lot of people can't. It's expensive there. As many people that live there, it's not a lot of people that can really shop there. It's just like more of a looking area unless you live there or work there. You're working corporate. They're paying for you to live there. You got all that shit. All that shit is already pre-rented out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the president's homes, you know? So, like, it's already been there. Like, stop
Facts.
it.
Yeah, no, I feel that,
know
man.
So.
Yo, man, but let's get back to talking about your music, man.
Yeah.
I definitely want to ask you. I'll definitely tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't understand the history of Boston, man, we broke it down pretty well right now.
Oh, I can't wait to share this. I can't wait to share this.
I don't think this whole time. I'm like,
Boston.com. We're gonna tag everybody. We're gonna tag the news headlines.
Yeah, for real. For that part, they're gonna have to know.
PRX Podcast Garage.
Yeah,
we
so
here.
We just saying some real shit just got broken down for your ear holes, man.
Please. That's how we only grow, man.
Yeah, that's
We're
facts,
gonna grow
bro.
by letting that be known.
Hell yeah, you got to let the people.
I'm
know,
not looking
man.
for drama at it. I'm looking for a resolution.
Facts.
You know,
yeah, exactly, bro. That's all we ask for. Ain't nothing crazy, man. For real. But let me ask you, man, what would you say separates you from other artists in such a saturated market?
Passion.
Yeah, you definitely got passion like crazy, bro. I saw you perform at 222, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this dude is
going
crazy.
Passion. Like, if I'm going through it, if I'm happy, I'll let it all out on stage. You know what I'm saying? And
hell yeah.
I don't think I'm better than everybody. I don't. I used to want to think like that, but again, times have changed. The best rapper alive doesn't even matter anymore. Like, who cares, right? Like, who cares? Like, Lil Wayne was the last one to really imprint that in the game. There's nobody else that's gonna be able to rebirth that to where people are gonna give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's true. I don't think
I
don't think rappers are cut from that cloth.
No, they're
anymore.
not. So yeah, but hold on. What was the last question you asked me again?
I was wondering what separates you.
Oh,
from
so the
you
passion.
said passion, yeah.
Passion.
You were saying passion. I feel that.
Dedication.
Man. Yeah.
And history. I got a lot of history with hip hop. Like, hip hop was my first girlfriend. I busted my first nut with hip hop. My first kiss was with hip hop.
That's my first love.
Yeah, that's my first love. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to like the girls that I like in school because of hip hop, because I might listen to a song and, you know, like that song where he's like, I got a man. What's your man got to do with me?
Yeah.
I got a man. I'm not trying to hear that, see? Like, that stuff like that is what brought me into hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So that's what I feel like makes me different. It's just the love, the passion for it, and then the science. I got a real science in my own way of writing. So like, when people write and I'm doing the songs with them, I'm like scientifically involved in the song with you, from the BPM of the beat to when you're dropping that bar and there's a drop in that part or instrument that plays in that part. Oh yeah, that's like go crazy. Oh, the trumpet blows right there. Hit him with that line. Oh yeah, we here, man. Doctor Strange, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
for real,
like,
bro. For real.
We like X-Men.
Yeah.
And dogs, it's really like that. Like, there's artists that you'll meet that are not X-Men. They're superheroes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're superheroes. They got capes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll meet the ones that are like, yo, we're like Professor Xavier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is Beast. The Cyclops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I feel that.
And like, that's how I felt with you hearing your music, and then also learning that you do radio and that. Like, you know, when I met you, I didn't know you gave me that universal thing. Like, I don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I try to move like that. I just try to like do everything, man. And I feel like that comes with time, because a lot of artists want to be able to say they want to be like a Pharrell or a Kanye.
Yeah.
But that takes a long time, man.
Long
like
time.
I started making beats and writing songs when I was like 13, 14, 15.
Got you.
Like I'm 23 now. I'm still learning. I just started doing the broadcast and radio shit last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so all this stuff takes time, man. And that's definitely what I want to talk to you about, man.
Yeah.
You're 32 years old.
Yeah, blessing. Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's cool, man. And I gotta mention that you're probably the oldest guest I've had on this podcast. Now I think about it.
Hey, yo, we're gonna bring we're gonna bring some more old heads up in here.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest, oldest.
Yeah, you're the youngest, oldest so far, man. Which makes me think I need more older rappers on my podcast, man, because y'all spit that real shit.
Yeah.
Y'all been through. Like, y'all know shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Just make sure you don't bring the ones that are bitter, because there's a lot of older artists that are bitter because of their own lack of success.
I was gonna feel
Just saying. I'll refer you to some good ones.
Yeah.
Not all are good. This is why we have a generational gap in our city with hip hop.
Yeah. And
why do we not have pioneers putting on young boys, right? Because none of them.
They hate the new shit,
because the older cats were just there to eat for themselves.
They still don't like auto-tune.
Exactly.
Like, they're still the ones that are against auto-tune.
Exactly. Come on, get over it, bro.
It's 2019.
It's 2019.
Everyone uses auto-tune.
But at the same time, that it's just, it's always good to have that mentality that, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm from this era, and that's what's always gonna make us. That's always gonna make us old.
Yeah.
You're old because you think like that. But then when you get older, you're thinking older like us because you're older now. It has nothing to do with most of the time of us hating. It's just times have changed, things have changed, and the mentality of ours is still the same. And it's not a bad thing. It's just if you're not adapting to your, you know what I'm saying? You're not an all-terrain person. Just adapt.
Yeah,
you can't complain and adapt. And
music,
adapt.
music changes. Like, it's not gonna stay the same as it did in 2009.
No,
let alone 1999.
I don't what song was out in 2009 that I can give you that formal sound where I'm like, this is the type of sound that was coming. Like, I could give you when I was in high school, 2000 to 2006, and that's when you had the D4L and the Laffy Taffy, Soulja Boy. Then you had the whole Young Bloods, Ludacris, Chameleonaire. I could keep going and going, Jeezy, all these different things that's going on.
That was an interesting time.
Oh my God, that's when the South took over.
Yeah, and I feel like that's when a lot of people were like starting to like
hate hip hop.
Yeah, they were starting to hate it, but I'm like, but now Atlanta's definitely. I mean, I think that's like the new like home of hip hop.
Yeah, no, it is. Have you been to Atlanta?
I've never been to Atlanta.
I'll tell you right now, it's overwhelmingly black. Like, if you're a black person, you're gonna be overwhelmed. If you're not black, you're highly gonna be overwhelmed because it's just black people everywhere. Black cab driver, black airport. The person who's flying the plane is black. The hotel attendant is black. The managers. But I remember when I went into Bank of America out there, everybody was black. They had one white person. I was like, they must have did this purposely.
Just because. Yeah.
Just because they're like, all right, just like how y'all do it over here, we're just gonna keep one white person.
I was
like,
token white. Yeah.
I looked at her, I was like, oh, it was a woman. I was like, damn, and she looked cool, comfy. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do what the other side likes to do, make us feel uncomfortable and all that. She seemed pretty comfortable.
Yeah, she was
down with it, you know.
Hell yeah, man, dude. Yeah, I gotta make a visit to Atlanta sometime, man.
Beautiful city.
Atlanta, California, those are places I just need to go to, man.
Yeah. Seattle's where I'm going next. November 15th, I'm doing, I know you say you're going to ask me about Show Me What You Got. But I kind of jumped into that.
Let's talk about
Show Me What You Got. Basically, I started off as a radio, just like you. I was working with WEMF Radio over there in Brighton.
Okay.
They got shut down, and I used to do the show every Sunday. I had a co-host. We brought down artists and special guests. We interviewed them, and then at the end of the show, we always had something called Free Verse Cypher, where we kept that whole. I put on a Jay-Z, You, Me, and Her beat. I put on 50 Cent, Whoop Your Head beats that like if me and you was chilling, and we wasn't on the radio, and we was nice and wavy, and we put on beats, we'll have a great time rapping, right?
Yeah.
And it was dope because a lot of artists, I know they felt that pressure coming in there, and they're like, damn, I gotta do a Free Verse Cypher. The interview went dope, but I don't know what beat A's gonna put on.
Yeah.
And then I kind of led it to it where I started letting artists choose the beat to kind of debut themselves.
That's
to feel
good,
more comfortable.
To make sure they actually
you know what I'm saying? Because I started understanding what I was bringing was pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then WMF Radio got knocked down. When I was doing the radio show, we was doing events too. You know what I'm saying? So
I
we
feel
did
that.
2 comedy hip hop events, you know what I'm saying, out in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, and then the other one was at Club Jewel.
Okay.
And then I did one at PA's Lounge in Somerville. And then I did one at Sound Lab in Brockton. So those 4 events right there, that was within a year. The radio got shut down by like November, by the end of November, early December. So from there, bam, hiatus, couple months. Show me what you got is like my Johnny 5, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm sitting here thinking about this can be the way, I'm not saying it's over, but this can't be the way my momentum is going to go down. I got to keep it up. So I was like, you know what? Until I get back into the radio, let me still keep that culture of throwing events. So I threw an event. I did a 2 Lit at the Beach fashion show party. That was at Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. Brought it back again to the same venue in New Hampshire. And then I did Manchester Snapchat party in Manchester at Club Jewel, the same venue I did the other comedy hip hop event. Kind of keeping those relationships alive. Why are they in New Hampshire? Because I could not stand being in Boston. Why? Because I'm from Boston and I understand. And I want to spread my brand, you know what I'm saying? I do not have time for the egotistical BS, you know what I'm saying? We are in a position, and right now, Boston, Mass, 2019, we're in a level of growth, and I feel like we're stagnating because we still had that hating mentality. There's a lot of artists that are out there right now that they're at a certain light in their career, and they're bringing certain things to the city. No, I agree. A lot of them don't look back to try to help out others to try to build the city, but also what we got to understand is that if we don't support them, they're not looking at supporting us because we know we come from a city of no support. So I'm going to turn around and be like, oh, let me try to recruit a bunch of non-supporters.
Yeah, bro. It's bad, bro.
It's bad, you know what I'm saying? So we really got to wake up and understand that the hate kills. Hate is the reason why we're still where we're at. So stop. But I can only tell you so much. I can only do what I can do best for my own stuff and then grow with the city in that way. And that's why I do Show Me What You Got, because I like to set shows up my own way. I like to be innovative. I like, comedy and hip hop, cool, let's get 6 comedians, 9 artists, bam. Fashion show party, let's get 9 artists, 4 vendors, 5 sponsors. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some puppets. You know, shout out to let's get the puppet dudes to come over here. Let's get things going. Like, let's innovate. Let's wave trend.
We don't just have to do just a rap show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rap show. So even with this event, so I did the Manchester Snapchat party. It's funny how like people, the dude at the radio, the last one, Poker Table Talk, my guy Jason says to me, "How did that event go?" And I was like, "Oh, it didn't go as well how I wanted it to, right?" And it was because a lot of the artists in New Hampshire, just like in Boston, think that I'm a promoter. I'm not a promoter. I'm an event planner. When I throw the event, I promote that event. So if you're expecting me to bring out people for you, I can only do so much. I can provide you the flyer. I can get you the radio interview. I can get you sponsors that's promoting around your name. But you got to be the one to bring people out for yourself. So when you sit here talking to me, looking at me like I'm the person that failed you, no, you failed you because
that's on you, man.
Because you didn't get the venue. You ain't pay for the DJ. You ain't have to go and meet other people. You ain't pay for the flyers. You didn't do the things that took to get just you that notice for that week, brother or sister. So it's like, you gotta really be realistic about that work ethic. If you put in work, you know how much work this person put in. But if you don't put in work and you like people to give you things, and you want people to pay me off rip, and you got 600 followers and you want me to pay you,
get out of here with that.
Unrealistic egos.
Man.
And I can't, and this is where we're at in Boston. Seattle now, again, November 15th.
Yeah, I was about to mention you got something going on there.
Seattle, November 15th, Cafe Ibex. That's an Ethiopian restaurant, and it turns into a hall in the back. It's like, fits about 200, 250. Collaborated with my partners out in Seattle. My guy, Eric J. Floyd, he's a promoter out in Seattle, full-time promoter in the clubs. And then we got Web Wavy, which is BOC. Here's how it worked out. No, the Manchester Snapchat party wasn't what it wanted to be. But my dudes in Seattle hit me like, yo, bro, I seen you do your last event, seen the recap, seen that you're doing this Manchester Snapchat party. Yo, bring that energy over here, bro. And so I was like, bet. So again, the show didn't end up how it was supposed to be. I still got the recap, pictures and everything, and it's coming out. And some of it has came out, but it actually, that right there, that loss or whatever that failed, the expectations that I wanted, got me here to Seattle. And what's dope, and I want everybody to understand, is that I'm going to Seattle and all the artists are getting paid, right? Now how? You got to ask me something. Why would I be from Boston, Mass, and now allow this opportunity for for us here, but in Seattle,
on the other side,
you know why? Because they understand.
They
understand that I'm not going to step out unless I'm willing to market myself in this way.
Yeah.
If I talk to a promoter and I tell him that I want to perform and I'm going to bring people out, I'm going to show them that I'm going to bring people out. So how are we doing it? We're doing it pre-sale tickets. Tickets is on Eventbrite. You know, Eventbrite takes its percentage. The rest of the tickets is you. So basically, we have the money to pay you for yourself.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you get the people to show you that you deserve that money.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's it. So that's the strategy that we're doing out there. But that's because that's how Seattle is.
Yeah.
If
man.
I try to do that here, I gotta do it different.
Yeah,
I don't want to say I'm not gonna do it, but when I go to Seattle, when I come back, I'm gonna be on that flight 6 hours thinking, what is the best marketing way I could use to get artists to understand that I will pay you, but you have to also come with your A game.
Yeah, you better show
Period.
up. Yeah, you better
I think
show
now what it's gonna be is contracts, bro. We're gonna have to be like, you want to be a part of this show?
Yeah.
Sign here. What this says is that you're gonna promote the event every day once, at least once, on all many people here. You know what I'm saying? This, that. You're gonna be a BIM. Sign that. I think that might do the work.
Dude, I think that helps too because
in the future.
You gotta have artists understand, like, yo, like, we want to make things legit here.
Yeah,
we want to make things look cool. Like, you want to do shows where you perform in front of 2 people, man. You can find that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, like, I think what you're trying to show people is like, yo, we want shit to come off dope. We ain't trying to do no whack shit.
No whack shit.
We actually want to progress from this.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you down for this, sign here with everything you better get down with.
Exactly.
And I totally agree with what you're doing there, man. Have you ever been to Seattle?
Yeah, I lived out there. I lived out there in 2017.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I went out there for photography opportunity. I was working, so the company I've been repping before Show Me What You Got was alive was Still Ill Productions.
Okay.
I still repping. We're a media production company. Right now we're based out in New Bedford. We do a lot of community events, working with like Third Eye Open. We brought down My Son. We got our own battle league. We brought down that. It was called Pride Life. It was about 2-3 years ago. We paid for Chilla the battle. We paid for 40 bars for the Queen of the Ring. We brought down DNA. We brought down K-Shine. We brought down Charlie Clips. We brought down Bill Collector. We brought down T-Rex. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we did that. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was that, like, a lot of people, shout out to all the battle rappers that know about Pride Life. Like, you guys know we were pumping this hard. We got a lot of drops from a lot of industry artists that they didn't know what Pride Life was. Like, they were just shouting it out.
That's dope.
You know, Joel Ortiz, Kasky from Young Money. I forget the artist from one of Tech Nine's artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? From Strange Music. Like, it was dope because a lot of the people that was giving the drops, everybody didn't know them, though. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Like, if you get a drop from Tech Nine, you meet Tech Nine. We met him in Maine. Do people understand that this dude has his own factories and he's highly successful in his own grind?
He's my top. He's in my top 5. Honestly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so it's like
I
me
love
and him.
Tech
I
Nine,
mean somebody bigger than just an artist. I'm mean an entrepreneur, bro. And he's so down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
Tech Nine's a shit, bro.
He's a shit.
He's like, that's like, when I was like really in my rapping bag, because now I'm more in my singer rapping bag.
Yeah, gotcha.
When I was in my rapper bag, Tech Nine was like that guy I looked up to.
He still does. He ain't a singer, but he likes to harmonize.
Yeah, he does like to harmonize.
But I don't know how he kills it because he'll go. I'm like, whoa! And he sounds like a rock star, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm up there.
You know what I'm saying? So all that came about live, and this is how Show Me What You Got is like. So Still Ill does all my media. Still Ill does all my flyers. So the relationships again have all been through growth, you know.
Yeah.
And we're all entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? So, and we're all black men, and we all got our families, taking care of your wife and take care of your kids. So the brotherhood became stronger than music, and now we're looking to help each other grow.
Facts, man.
Because that's where you really gained your friendship. There's a lot of dudes in the streets that I grew up with. They was in the street. They was DJing. He was a shooter. He was this. He was that. You know the ones I'm cool with right now? The ones that even back then, we knew that we wasn't going to be in that light for that long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ones that aren't are the ones that are in debt or in jail, or they still trying to rep it now. And now we're like, now they're coming to us, yo, I need a venue. I need you to DJ. Now you respect our worth.
Yeah.
But at the time, we had to roll with y'all because y'all was hot heads. You know what I'm saying? So
distance yourself.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
No, I understand that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
I want to ask you, man, you said you've been like seriously rapping since you were like 22?
12, seriously rapping.
Yeah.
2004 05.
Oh, wow.
Ish.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I've been rapping before that. Like my man Chilla Jones, we used to rap together when we were younger. Me, him, and like 5 other artists. And you know, we had 2 producers.
Yeah.
It was like a real dope high school story. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, one day, if Chilla ever talks about it, we catch up. Or we got a history where we put a song together and out. People will really catch that history. But since 22, I really pushed Ace the Truth.
Hell yeah, yeah, like that name. Nah, I
Ace the
feel
Truth,
you,
yeah.
man.
And now it's been 10 years. I like feeling like a new artist because that's what
very,
I am.
That's a very important mentality to keep up, man.
Yeah.
Always feel like a new artist.
Yeah. I just put the history out because it's like just like anybody else that gets older. I'm just letting you know I put it that way. I'm not really putting that out there to make you feel like I feel that I'm this. I'm just putting it out.
Yeah, because I've been doing it for this long. You should take me more seriously.
I feel what you're doing. Yeah. I've done this too. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you gotta let them know.
Put in there. Yeah, you got. Oh, you cannot. All them years.
You gotta let people know you've been doing them that long,
brother.
Yeah.
I remember when opening up for people with $500 and they gave you tickets to sell and you couldn't. If you didn't make your money back, you took a hit.
Yeah. Straight up. Yeah.
Straight up super hit, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's different now. Now y'all pay more. Now Future like the Baby was out here and certain artists, people be paying $1,200, $1,500.
And they're probably not selling
and
all them tickets.
And they ain't selling all them tickets. It was just relevance. It's just clout. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's like, I opened up for the Baby. I opened up.
Can you imagine what these people got to do, bro? If I pay $1,200, $1,500, I'm on a mission now. Now I got to go open up. I got to make sure I get a picture with this person because if I don't, people are not gonna believe me.
Yeah,
like there's an agenda with the money.
There's a lot that
if you
goes into
do
that.
not get a certain picture, a certain amount of likes, you failed.
Yeah, you fucked
failed.
up.
When you really used to be looking at like I should be selling merch.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the concerts of other people, Young Dolph, Key Glock, I don't care who you go to.
They got mad.
They got merch. You're
Yeah,
leaving there with their hoodies and hats.
Boom.
Come on, man. We gotta
$80 on that hood.
$80 and Young Dolph is counting the money like this, saying that he's smoking dope.
He's like, thank you,
he's
God.
stretching your money like this on his arm.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I rock with him. But if I go and take your money and I throw it and I smoke it up, you gonna be mad, right? Yo, I can't. Yo, people just choose when they wanna
be mad and shit.
Exactly.
Bro.
Corny.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We got 2 more minutes left, so I want to ask you one more question before we get out of here, man. What do you think is some advice that artists should hear who are just getting started out in the rap game?
What advice they should hear?
Yeah.
Listen to yourself, bro. Right? First, start off by listening to yourself, but still keep open ears for the people around you. Not the people that you keep around you, the people around you. That's different. Because the people you keep around you might not be beneficial for you. They're probably good weed friends. Like, they always smoke you up. They always got you on a ride or whatever the case may be.
Party with you.
Yeah, they're going to party with you. But the ones that you've been around, meaning the work that you're putting in, who are the ones that are around you now in those results?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you want to be a little bit open to because they probably got information from somebody else and teaching them something. So just be all ears on ideas and opportunity.
Yeah.
And then also don't forget, create your own opportunity in the process. Make yourself somebody that people say I can't look by this person.
Yeah, I gotta pay attention.
He works hard.
Yeah.
He's dedicated. He's
way,
this. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your ego beat you. Don't let your ego set your future. You know what I'm saying? Let your future unfold with who you are. And
man.
from there, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna quit rapping anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? I think hip hop is the only thing in the world that besides kung fu too, that it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We ain't even asking you. You know what I'm saying? I like if we're talking about rap this whole time, only time we're gonna ask the age is because we're in an interview.
Yeah.
Yo, how old are you?
Yeah.
But really, other than that, you have a conversation with somebody about hip hop the whole time, and you already know how old they are by the knowledge. But if this person has enough hip hop knowledge, you would never know how old they are.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So you're like Lord Raiden.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what I'm saying? You're ageless God. You know what I'm saying?
Never age,
shout out to Rakim. He's a God MC.
For real, yo.
And the one more drop right here just for my guy. We end up switching the venue. My guy,
man, plug your shit.
the real DJ Boom, the Turn Up King.
Yeah.
This Saturday I'll be Nightmare on Merrimack Street. The venue's gonna be 177 Merrimack Street, Low Mass.
okay.
It's called Loyal Lounge. It was originally supposed to be at Dudley's, but it just got switched up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so got my man C. Millsy performing, myself, along with a couple more artists. We got special guest host Jay Loso from Maze Radio and DJ Boom. And also we got DJ Mums, DJ Icy Fever, and DJ Jensway, which are all 3 female DJs, which I thought was kind of dope, man. Because
that's what I'm talking
female
about.
empowerment is major, and we got to keep
huge.
supporting
That's
the
huge.
females, you know what I'm saying? So
Facts,
3
bro.
female DJs is like,
That's
I can't
ill,
wait to be in that vibe, you know what I'm saying? You know it's going to be mad shorties there.
Yeah,
so like,
facts, bro.
You know, I'm ready to perform, do my Dinero song, do my
bro.
Say That, do that. Like, they going to feel that energy. They going to be like, yo,
know.
this dude is litty.
Like,
and I do that every show, man. I've done kids events where I've been turned up like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah, you gotta bring that energy, bro. Ace the Truth. Thank you for being on this
thank
week's
you,
episode, man.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a healthy conversation.
For real, bro.
Appreciate PRX Podcast Garage for having me here and allow my man to do his thing and keep supporting him. TempahZone Podcast. Salute, man.
We out here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's episode 48. Peace.